Hi and welcome to Venus Friday. So today's energy is not just Venus Friday energy. I'm gonna list her name below in the description so you know what I'm talking about and you can watch her video and understand more. So what I've been noticing is the major shift that occurred after the day of the full moon was on the 18th, right, or the 17th, and I felt this energy like really strongly. It's almost like it started almost like as a sadness, like I was very sentimental, very emotional, and I was really looking upon my life and looking at the things that I want to change, and the desires were like more intensified. Like I really wanted them even more. I don't know how to explain it. It was just like a lot of overpowering emotions. And the more spiritual you are, the more you have ascended through the years because of you working on your spirituality, the more intense when these portals open, your frequency is more, you feel it a lot more. So that's why some of us, spiritual people tend to be a lot more sensitive than, regular people that just go their lives day to day. With that being said, I asked Spirit, I was just gonna do, I had my candles ready because I energized the candles. Moon energy, sun energy, I give a lot of energy to these candles. That's why this beautiful Venus, that's why I love when you guys told me the beautiful girl that got engaged a couple weeks ago, and even now Spirit's like showing me weddings. So I love when I see those confirmations, see those signs, because it just brings like euphoria energy to my work, because I know that you guys are being blessed. With that being said, you have to have a lot of patience. Manifestations does not happen overnight. You can't do this work with the energy of a carrot and a donkey, seeing the carrot, seeing the carrot, seeing the carrot, trying to go get it, you never get it, right? You have to feel this as a journey. Feel this, because if you're just doing this, and I get it, like we are all doing this because we want to manifest, because we want to live in bliss, but this is a way of life. This is about enjoying like the things that we realize in our now moments. This is about going through the madness that we go through. I go through it. I always tell you guys that. I've gone through it really, really hard. This from the 17th. Mercury retrograde started with a bit of a shift in the energy. It wasn't like, for me, it was more, okay, this is what I have to change, this is what I do. So it's mostly me trying to finish up on my work, because that's what retrograde is about. Sorry, Mercury retrograde. That's what Mercury retrograde is about you finishing all projects, looking upon your life and seeing the things that you have to take care of, that you have to work upon, that you have to close, cleansing and clearing your home. A lot of revamping, a lot of that's why it's retrograde. With that being said, today's spirit says we're going to use the energy of fire. Now I'm a little bit like, because I don't want anything to catch on fire. So what I did was I can't, all your stuff is on here. I used your intentions, your names, your beloved's names. Some of you just have the energy of love. So I use this on the seals, and I have my little cauldron. I want to put the camera down so you guys could see. And if you went to the Patreon page, I uploaded as a picture so you guys, because we are going to do this frequency right now, and you could download it if you can and print it out and keep it for you, because the energy is really good. And I did this automatically without, So let's get ready and take your time. You could just sit here and enjoy the energy. You don't have to do all these things. I always tell you to interact, because then there's more frequency, more energy that you're going to receive, more intention and more power that you're adding to your desires. So it is totally up to you. Now, get your favorite oil. If you don't have any of the goddess oils or the oil that calls you, you know, an oil that you're connected to. For example, these oils, I think I only sold one or two in my shop because once I opened it for myself for my work, I fell in love with it. I felt the frequency and I kept them all for myself. I'm down to like 2 bottles. Absolutely love this oil. So get your oils, and we're gonna, I think I splashed myself. Beautiful goddess of love, Venus, we invoke your essence and your energy as we transmute into the beautiful euphoric energy of romance, of love, of unconditional, overwhelming love energy and frequency. As we do this, so we could feel divine, so we could ascend into the highest levels of divinity. We ask that you bless us with pure, unconditional love energy. Now, what you do is you want to put some of the oils, and it, of course, it's a lot of different energies because you're going to be smelling so it's aromatherapy. You're going to be feeling the vibrations. You might feel chills. You might feel heat flashes. Everybody's going to have their own experience. Feel free to leave me a comment below what you felt. And just absorb that frequency and that energy as the goddess of love is here with you now as we invoked her energy. So you could just take some of your oil and put it on your hands. And remember that we have a lot of energy in our hands. So by you rubbing your hands and just adding the oils all around, and you create this beautiful giving and receiving frequency and energy. Beautiful goddess of love, Venus, thank you for the blessings in our love lives. Thank you for the divine energy, the beautiful uplifting frequencies, for cleansing and clearing and uplifting our auras, for healing our hearts, for ascending us into the divine. Thank you, beautiful goddess of love. We are grateful for you working with us each and every day, and especially when we come together and do these beautiful rituals. We're truly grateful. So I'm going to close up my little bottle. Now, I didn't write this down, but I'm lighting one of my candles. These are the ones I sell in the shop. And I'm going to scribe because the energy that I've been feeling today, all of you have your own intentions. Your intentions are on the papers that I wrote, the little Venus petitions. But the energy that I received today was romance and true love. So I like to scribe, the incense was not doing it. Romance and true love. So I will scribe on the candle, and then I'm going to use the same oil to bless the candle. So this candle now has the energy and frequency of romance and true love. Let's pull this down because now you have to see what I am working on right here. Alright, so right in front of me I have a cauldron. And I keep saying I'm gonna get extra of this stuff to sell in the shop because they are amazing. This one is from Cristallo. I don't know if that's like the company. I don't know details about it, but it is pretty amazing. I'm a little cold. So it has a little top because I always tell you guys to practice fire safety is really, really important, especially like you see that I have so many things around. I have oils, I have, you know, so I don't want anything to catch on fire. So with that being said, we are going to light. Where is my little guy? Oh, I had him I had one right there. All right, so I'm gonna light the candle, and I have another one. I always have this blue candle. I got these in Target, and I only use these candles when I'm here doing videos with you all, and it has lasted for months. It's amazing. You hear it crackling. It's quite lovely. All right. So as I burn, I'm going to be using the divine energy of Shin Aleph He. And the way I do this frequency and the way you use it is you look at it from, from right. We read from left to right. In Hebrew, it's from right to left. So this would be the Shin, this would be the Aleph, and this would be the He. Now, this divine energy is extremely powerful. It's healing, and it if you are in a relationship, it blesses and heals your relationship. If you're wanting to connect with your soulmate, it brings you your soulmate. So it is really beautiful to use, especially if you're trying to get married, if you're trying to take that next level in your relationship. This is a divine frequency that is wonderful to have, and that's why I put it on Patreon. The main thing are the Hebrew letters, but I decorated, and then I wrote in the bottom Shin Aleph He, you know, in order that we read it, you know, regularly. So you would read Shin, but that would be Shin Aleph Aleph He. All right, so as I burn your intentions, and the reason I'm doing this, and I'm not gonna tell you to do it, because like I said, unless you have like a cauldron, something that's very fireproof, or you're outside in a fire pit, I don't recommend that you do these fire rituals, because it's a bit dangerous. I've had my own mishaps. See what I mean? It's dangerous. Look at this. You know, this is what I'm talking about. I think I'm gonna make them smaller. Quite lovely. So that frequency, even though I don't have the best voice in the world, brings a lot of high vibrational energy. And what I do with these ashes is that I take them outside, and I live right next to this beautiful lake, and I just put them, I discard them over the land. So not only did we set our intentions, transmuted them from in fire energy into the spiritual realm, but then I put the ashes over the land next to the lake. So it brings a lot of beautiful high frequency energy. And then I'm going to bless all the intentions with beautiful, beautiful oil, and add some of myself. So like I said, keep this. I like to create. I have an altar right next to my bed. I will probably never share that with you guys because that's my altar, and especially next to my bed is a very personal space because it's what I'm manifesting in my family and my my relationships. So you want to have this like close to you, especially that next to your bed, that's where you sleep. So it brings a lot of beautiful dreams and signs and visions. As I was expressing about the whole energy of the portal, this is the energy for you to work, okay? Even if you feel down, like I said, it was a lot of emotional. It's been very emotional since the 17th. It's going to continue to be very, very emotional, but you have to surpass that. What I do is now I put on the Good Witch. I absolutely love the Good Witch, and it brings me a lot of happy energy. I also have, of course, high frequency music on all the time, and I have the sprays that I just created with 7 powers. It's quite lovely. I've added different listings to the shop now with different oils that I have created during this frequency. And the whole purpose of this frequency is for you to push through the kind of like against the odds and manifest the things that you desire. In one of the lives that I did a reading for beautiful Diana, and I got really emotional and sentimental because a spirit expressed to her that, you know, she had waited for so long for like the breakthrough in her life, you know, the opening of the doors. And I feel like I got super emotional because I feel like I felt her. It was something but also very personal for me because of so many things that I've gone through, and you know, witnessing all the changes that I have been able to create, all the manifestations that I have been able to witness and experience in my life. And the magic just keeps going through, and yet we still have a lot of things because there is a lot of chaos in the world. So this is the energy for you to let go of the chaos. Stop listening to, you know, negative news. You know, of course, keep yourself informed. I keep myself informed. But when something sounds like it's overwhelmingly negative for no reason, I'm not learning from it, shut it off. You know, this beautiful frequency of Venus is about you ascending into that higher vibrational level. Today, we invoke the goddess of love and we ascend it into the high frequency energy. Don't, you know, second guess yourself. Always follow your intuition. You know, sometimes I do rituals for you guys and spirit's like, hey, change it like this or add this. Just like we do our candle magic every single week, and you know, spirit's like, no, this week we're going to use fire magic. So you saw how beautiful the flames, you know, the colors, you know, just a lot of really beautiful energy. And going to, once I'm done here, I have beautiful uh, romance herbs, and I'm gonna add it to the cauldron. I'm gonna bless it, and then I'm gonna add some opening up, clearing oils. So if any of you guys have anything that maybe through this retrograde, you know, that you feel like it's part of the past and you want to let go, that way you let go. So when you feel that, that's the frequency of what we just did, and just release it and let it go and allow. Thank you all for watching and for supporting. Stephanie had asked me, the Valentine's ritual is going to be done on Valentine's. And as I was talking to Oliver and Stephanie about the ritual, Cupid came through. So I got really emotional. I'm a very sentimental person. And as I get older and I get more spiritual, I get even more. I feel like a lot of energy all the time. So it just brings this kind of like passion, and I get super emotional. So when Cupid came, the angels always like when you feel this euphoric love, this overwhelming love. And for me, it just brings in the waterworks, you know? And when I was talking to Stephanie and I told her about Cupid, and I was just like, oh my God. Because in my Etsy, I did the same listing. I only put a certain amount because I always give room for Patreons first. And I posted on Etsy, it was St. Valentine and of course the goddess of love. But as I'm talking to Stephanie and Oliver pretty much back to back, Cupid came through, and it's like, oh my gosh, of course Cupid is gonna come through. So those of you that are going to do the Valentine's, I'm still gonna add the printables. You could so do this by yourself if you don't want me to do this for you. I totally understand. You guys don't have to get a ritual. The reason for you guys to be part of Patreon is so you could grow spiritually. For those of you that want me to do it, that's why I'm here. This is why it's a beautiful, exclusive spiritual club that we are all together. And this is the reason why I kind of stepped away from Etsy and doing it, because for me, it's kind of, how do I explain it? Like, I feel like I help more because I'm working with you guys closer. You know, I'm able to, yeah, sometimes it takes me a couple days to answer your emails because I do get a lot of emails, but Patreons always get the answers first. Like, I will send an email within 1, 2, 3, 4 days. Even when I'm maxed out, Patreons, I always answer them first. Like right now, I think it was Kalia that asked me a question and I'm working on her answer as we speak. So have patience with me. If I don't email you right away, it's because, you know, I'm super busy. But you guys as Patreons, you come first. Even when you get readings from me, I try to have them less than a week, which Etsy always takes me 1 to 2 weeks, because readings, everybody wants readings. I do readings for myself. Readings are amazing to kind of, you know, veer into the next with a kind of like a knowing. It's really cool when we know what could come into our lives, so we can make the decisions to change paths, to take actions towards something else. So focus on your readings. Like I always, and now I've left readings up longer. Sometimes that's why I tell you to write notes and go back to them, because sometimes we see the reading when it's done and then we forget about it. And I have found so many times that I will look at readings that I even done for myself years and years ago, and they resonate with like certain things, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is so like what. And sometimes at the moment you don't, because we want to know what's going to happen now. And readings could go 6 months, a year, and further down the line. I just did a reading, I think it was yesterday, for a client, a phone call reading. And I literally saw a vision of her family. And she's like, well, when is this going to happen? And I was like, well, the way I'm seeing it, this has to be years down the line, because I see growth. I see, age, but if your side, you guys expect everything to be like now, a couple of weeks. But that's in cases like readings, when you're talking to your spiritual guides, understand that, yeah, they'll give you glimpses of now and they'll tell you what's going on now, but I feel like their duties, like their responsibility, is to show you what's coming so you guys could prepare for it. And then I notice that humans don't do that. They focus on right now, and they don't look at the reading like things like, I'll say certain things and they're like, no, 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 no. I had a person that I used to read all the time, and it was so frustrating because every time I read her, and I would go see her, because this person lived close, so I would literally go to her house and do spiritual walkthroughs. It was like intense work for me. And when you're sitting with someone, that's why I love the video readings, because it's me with spirit. Like, you're not interrupting. I'm sorry to say that, but it's just like there's a better connection. And I every time I would sit with her and I would share the readings, she would always second guess, that could never happen, or that's not gonna happen. Like, she would say things like that. And then she would call me weeks and months later and be like, hey, do you remember the reading you did for me? You won't believe it. That you said happened. I'm not going to remember, of course. But that's like, you can't like shoot anything down. Like, be very open-minded is how spirit expects you to be. Manifesting takes time. All these things that you're sowing right now, I know a lot of you were like, I've been doing this for weeks, I've been doing this for 2 or 3 months, and it's gonna take a while. I remember like my first big manifestation took 7 years. Like, it's tedious, at times it's very frustrating, but when we're wanting like big things in our lives, sometimes they come to us in different timelines. So it's about the climb. It's about the journey, the experience. A lot of patience, and you can see, like, I know sometimes in my Etsy shop when I do rituals now, I sound like and I'm gonna say it, I sound like a bitch. But the thing is, because a lot of people, they expect you to do a spell and for it to happen within 24 to 48 hours. I've had people leave me the worst reviews because they did a love spell on Friday, and Tuesday they were like, this didn't work, I haven't seen anything. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, really? So that's why I make sure that now, when I do any rituals, that I write, if you don't have patience, if you're a dark lala, like if you have negative energies, or don't get it, like, it's not worth your time, it's definitely not worth my time. And I just don't, I don't have the energy to babysit, those frequencies. So that's why I love that I'm doing this with you guys, because it's more one-on-one, it's more connected, and it just feels really good. Like, your energies are beautiful, So thank you guys, and have patience with yourself. I think the best thing for this frequency right now is love baths, healing baths, Archangel Michael, to uplift you, to, you know, all of you guys that got Archangel Michael's goodies, you knew this frequency was coming. It's like, I think it's so funny because I sent like 2 different or 3 different boxes a couple days ago and some last week that got so much Archangel Michael goodies. I had to literally make a new batch of Archangel Michaels. That's how much Archangel Michael goodies that you guys got, and it was mostly Patreons and some of my old clients. It's like, you know that this energy is occurring. I'll put her name below. I recommend that you watch her videos. I absolutely love her. Yes, she's very out there, but I resonate a lot with the stuff that she shares, because she is even at a higher level than I am. You know, her frequency is out there. I thought it was super funny because I'm just like, I was telling Spirit, like, what's going on? This is crazy. I don't want to keep crying. And that video came in the live stream. Of course, she just uploaded it today, and I subscribed to her. It's not like, oh my gosh, synchronicity. But it was like, it's beautiful because it's almost like she heard all of us talking about what's going on, and she created that video. So it's really nice. And, you know, us light workers doing this magic to kind of like tap into, you know, the spiritual realm and bring it over to this beautiful energy, and then just enjoy, you know, enjoy your life, you know, enjoy each and every moment. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of mishaps. Like I said, this last week for me has been overwhelming. It's been chocolate, which I'm gonna make some more brownies as we speak, and good witch, and just a lot of meditation, like a lot. Thank you guys for always listening, always sharing. Please, please, please hit the like button because it helps so much. And I will be adding the printables probably on Tuesday for the Valentine's, so you guys can start prepping. You have more than enough time if you want to be part of that. I would just need everything by the 12th, the latest, because the candles that I'm making have your energy in them. I'm going to be making heart candles. So at least let me know that you want to be part of the ritual by the first week of February, because if not, I can't make those candles with your energy. Then I'll just have to kind of like just scribe on the candles. These candles are so pretty. Look, let me bring it down so you can see how pretty. That's why I love. And it's gonna be hot. Look how pretty. So lovely. Supposedly this one is supposed to burn for hours, because see how it's like a thicker one. I don't know, we'll see. So yeah. All right, guys, thank you again for all your love and support. I truly appreciate you, and this is a lot of fun. And oh, and let me know, because sometimes with these fire rituals you feel like certain energies, and you feel like the heat and visions and lucid dreams. So anything that comes through, let me know. I'd love to hear your stories. Blessings, and I will talk to you next week.